so weird. Guys, stop everything. I'm about to ask out this girl and I'm completely panicking.
This gal.
We're doing a sleepy time diffuser blend, and it is this one, a Lang Lang. It's vetiver and lavender. Okay, I just forgot the recipe, so it's 3 drops lavender, 3 drops vetiver, and 3 drops, and 2, oh my gosh, it's 3, 2, 1. So, first I'm going to do the lavender. So we got 3 drops in. And then two drops. Gosh, it's not coming out. It was like a thick, it's like, I don't know if you can sort of see it. It's like super thick oil.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
See? Oh my god. That was weird because it took a long time for it to fall out of the thing. Okay. And then 1 drop. Okay. And then, oops. And we put the lid on. So Adrian's oldest brother started a job. He's the dog, Max, is all by himself, and he's crying a lot. So we're bringing him back down. Max, come on. Come on, Max. Max, come here. I'm gonna have to carry him. So it's pretty much 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I finally was able to get up and come up here. I'm gonna watch the video, the documentary for my class. My professor hasn't emailed me. I'm gonna email the Office of Student Disability Services or whatever right now. And oh my god. Okay, sorry, his brother was just making me laugh. So we're using the diffuser right now, and we did 4 drops of bergamot, 2 drops of grapefruit, and 2 drops of ylang ylang. It was called the Vivid Blend, I think. I'm enjoying mixing stuff that I think will smell bad. I keep looking up recipes, and I'm always afraid that, like, you know, I don't really like the one last night. I don't really like lavender by itself, so I was really worried about mixing lavender with stuff. But like, I'm thankful I'm pushing past my fear of using scents I don't like. So yeah.
Sit.
That's it.
But I'm sitting.
No, I said that's it, not sit.
Okay, so to give a little bit more of a rundown of what happened and why I quit. So 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks and 2 days ago, actually, it was a Saturday. I talked to the store manager, and was like, listen, like, I need to step down, to an associate, and, you know, I physically can't handle it anymore, and it's not fair to you guys, you know, if I'm sick here and there. And she was like, yeah, that's totally fine, can you just wait until after I get out of PTO? And I was like, yeah. So she was supposed to, her last day of, like, PTO was Easter, so, she was like, you know, I'll schedule you to the next 2 weeks, and that's it. So I was like, okay, cool. And then, like, a couple days later, like a week later, I saw the schedule for this past week and then this upcoming week, and she scheduled me for 40 hours last week because she was on PTO, and she only scheduled me for like maybe 35 this upcoming week. But the way it was being scheduled was that it was 5 days in a row with Easter off, then 3 days in a row, a day off, and 1 day one day after that. So it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. And it was like, out of 9 consecutive days, I was working 8, and it was just too much. So I was gonna do it. I tried, and then I had a panic attack a couple days ago, and was like, you know, I just can't do this anymore. Like, this is too much. It's like, yeah, like, I thought I could handle the 2 weeks, and I just couldn't. So I mentioned it to one of the managers above me, and he was like kind of understanding. He said talk to the store manager, so I talked to the store manager, and she said I'm still on PTO, ask this assistant manager. And I was like, okay. So I asked him, and he was like, yeah, well, I don't really know what to do because, like, I don't have any ideas because you know, we're scheduled, we have 2 floor sets and we're scheduled and blah blah blah. And I let it go, and then like 6 hours later, I sent him a text, a very long text, and said I worked my 2 weeks as a manager. I was supposed to drop down to an associate this upcoming week, and a healthy person would be able to deal with all of these hours, how many, you know, consecutive days it was. So I just can't, like, I can't do it. And it was like, it explained things where I was just like, I can't risk emergency room trips and hospitalizations over this, and like stuff of that nature. I wonder if you can hear my wheezing because that was loud. So yeah, basically, long story short, I sent the text in. I said Saturday was going to be my last day. Thankfully, I was only working with this girl that I'm like decently good friends with, and so I didn't have to see the store manager or the guy, and yeah, so I avoided seeing them. I told them Saturday was my last day, and nobody ever talked to me about it. Nobody ever reached out. Like, the 2 of them didn't talk to me about it past that, but they were able to redo the schedule for this upcoming week, and the only thing that they're doing is everybody is working 5 days. The 3 other managers are working 5 days. And I basically just said that, like, I can't be held responsible with finding my own coverage when I gave you my 2 weeks 2 weeks ago and you gave me an extra week. So yeah, so I left because they weren't listening to my needs. They were saying stuff about me calling out all the time, even though, like, I've only called out twice since I was hospitalized in November and December. So like there was just so much of an exaggeration. It was just way too much. And I think I maybe mentioned this in a previous vlog, but we failed our loss prevention audit. We were supposed to get 85% or above, and we got 83, and we lost a lot of points on the day that I went to the hospital because of the impaction. So I didn't want to call anybody in because they made me feel terrible for the day before. So I didn't want to call anybody in because I was the only manager there, and yeah, that was my breaking point basically that day. But we failed our LP audit, and most of it was because of me, and I just sat and took the blame for it from the managers. I just didn't want to say anything. Like, you don't understand, like, I was gonna be in the, like, I went to the hospital directly after, so yeah, it was just really weird, and I feel bad leaving on such a bad note, but at the same time, I really, like, don't care. I've worked so hard. I haven't taken care of myself correctly the entire time I've been sick, so I really want to put a focus on that right now. I really want to focus on getting some treatment in order. That's going to help my quality of life, so yes, that's about it for that. I'm thinking about going to the mall later, but I'm really not sure, so I will keep you guys updated. I'm watching this documentary for my class, because I was supposed to watch this earlier, and I didn't, because of how, like, work ended up being this week, and, yeah, so I never did the discussion board post, which I'm doing now, or I'm about to do, but this documentary, like, and I've loved documentaries, like, so much. This documentary was, oh my god, I'm only halfway through. This documentary is from the 60s, and it's about this guy who is kind of like a, not like you guys care, but like it's kind of about this guy that's like a, like with all of the civil rights stuff that was coming up in that time, what he was doing was going to different areas and like placing his people, like to start organizing and create an organization to like to kind of make changes in whatever the community was struggling with. But I don't like the guy. He's like a jerk, and I don't know, I just don't like him. And it's from the 60s too, so it's like, and it's not exactly, and it's an hour, so it's not exactly on something interesting. But I want to get that out of the way, and then maybe do a little bit of my other work, but we'll see. I took a quick short so that me and Adrian got there at the same time. Yeah, this isn't happening. Yep, that didn't happen. Yeah, so this is my first time trying one of the wheelchairs from the store. I didn't want Adrian to go alone, but I didn't feel well enough to come out, so this is definitely a good idea, and I got my coconut milk ice cream, so I'm happy. And of course we ran into people we knew.
Probably on your Snapchat right now.
Oh my god. So we're making some sort of like Tex-Mex salad with shrimp. I guess the recipe never called for lettuce, but we bought iceberg lettuce and peppers, tomatoes, what else? Onions?
Avocado.
Well, avocado and lime is the dressing. Are there onions in it?
Oh yeah, there are.
There are onions? Yeah, we have onions.
Okay.
So yeah. Oh, and really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We have to do both because it's kind of the same thing.
Okay. So, so yeah, I'm gonna set up. I have to cook the shrimp, although it's cooked. I just need to defrost it. And then I'll just do a time lapse of us getting everything together. So hopefully this turns out good. one's called At the Beach. So it's 2 drops of bergamot, 2 drops of lavender, and then 1 drop of rosemary, and 1 drop of eucalyptus. I'm very nervous mixing with oils that I don't like the smell of individually. So we'll see. Let's see if this is good. So iceberg lettuce on the bottom, yellow and orange peppers, tomatoes, shrimp, onions, scallops.
Scallions.
I always get that messed up. Scallions.
Scallions.
And then the dressing is avocado with lime, water, and an oil.
Yeah, should have been olive oil, but we didn't have any, so I used canola oil.
So yeah. So the food ended up being really good. It's just really hard for me to sit up to eat, and from what I've heard from people is that with POTS, people who, like, while they're eating, the blood will go to your digestive system, and that's why people feel so, like, crappy when they eat. So I don't know if that's true, but I definitely feel more, like, tired out when I eat, which is so strange. But, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but, so I'm gonna just upload the vlog now. It's only, like, 11, but I just wanted to upload it now so I can just, like, not have to worry and take some medication that will make me very out of it. So yeah, so I am signing out for right now, so I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching.